Why I love working with my spouse. That's probably not something that you hear a lot of people say, but I genuinely mean it. I've been business partners with my husband for longer than we've been married. And so that's officially 16 years as of the time where I'm recording this video. So we have been business partners for 16 years, married for 14 years. And I love working with my spouse. I could not imagine it any other way. And in fact, I would not want to be in business any other way. And here's why. I get to see my spouse in their zone of genius on a daily basis. And watching my spouse live in his excellence helps me fall in love with him a little bit more every single day. It reminds me that the little things that annoy me, because there's a lot of them, are really insignificant compared to the brilliance that is my spouse, that is my business partner. It keeps everything in perspective in our home and in our work of going, man, you were designed, you were built, you were created by God to do the thing that you are doing. And as a spouse, to have a first seat to witness that is nothing short of amazing. Now, that's not to say it's not hard, right? There are a lot of hard days, there's a lot of hard things, and we've had lots of bumps in the road, but working with my spouse is one of the coolest things that I get to do because I get to see them in the way that everybody else in our work life gets to see them. And I know that I would miss out on that if we weren't working together. I actually, when people say, do you know how amazing your husband is? I get to go, yeah, I do. I've been working with him for 16 years. He's my business partner. Of course I get to see how amazing he is. And I think it's one of the coolest things that has made our marriage, the marriage that we have today, and has made it as strong as it is because I actually do get to see how good he is at what he does. And so when I'm annoyed that he's checking emails outside of work hours or taking calls on the weekends, not that I don't say anything, I do, but it gives me a chance to check myself and go, man, like he is doing his thing. He is living in his uniqueness. He is doing what God made him to do because I get to see it lived out on a daily basis in the workplace. Not to mention, seeing my husband in all of his work glory gives me a lot of confidence that I have a competent partner who's got my back. I know because I work with my spouse that I have a partner who is never going to fail. Not me, not our business. Not that he won't fail at things, but he's not going to fail me and he's not going to fail our team. And I get to see that. And it's a great reminder that as a husband and as a father, those characteristics pull over. And that's really important on the hard days and then the hard times during those speed bumps of life and marriage. It's really important to know that you've got someone that's going to show up and work hard and not give up and have a little fun in the process. And those are all things that I love about getting to work with my spouse. You see, one of the funnest things about getting to work with my spouse is we get to share all of those work highlights, those work victories together. Now, we also get to share the valleys together because as entrepreneurs, there's lots of peaks and there's lots of valleys. We get both. But I tell you what, it's one of those life experiences that you just don't get to share with a lot of people. And I have a built-in partner. I have a built-in person to experience some of the biggest parts of my life that happen on a professional basis. I don't know if I would get to have that same experience if I came home to tell my spouse about it, but when we experience it together, we're both like, wow, can you believe this? Like, I never thought this was possible. And we both get to share it in the same way. So yeah, is it hard? Sure. And we'll talk about that another time. But I love getting to work with my spouse because I get to see him and his zone of genius on a daily basis.